It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. He'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So on 4th down, on comes the Viking kicker, Daniel Carlson. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
You got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look,
got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The kick is good.
The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
He's got it to Hilton. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, step back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. The Lions at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job doing it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears want to realize is that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilton, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's got this, complete to Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd.
Ready!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes there's a different intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught. Yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilton. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Again, 6 yards. And that's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down now. Hilton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hilton, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to lose yardage here.
That's the end of the
as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Looking to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
To Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw again. Gets it off to Freeman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
To James Robinson. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On second down, Hilton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
An extra point up and good by Garibay. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.